What's going down, everyone? And if you're tuning in on this very eve of the 1.06, you might be quite excited to understand that there is optimal network functionalities and variety of performance fixes and improvements, and that's just from the PlayStation screen. So M7 community, strap up for the news. Let's go ahead and get into it, starting now. As stated before, this 1.045 variant of a gigabyte was in very early, about an hour ago, give or take, Pacific Standard Time, around 3:30 to 4 o'clock Standard Time. Now, looking a little bit more into the Reddit posts, as someone has already taken top to the Death Stranding forums. You can see right here, and if already reporting any bugs getting into the situation. Some people are getting errors in the fixes. Try resetting your PlayStation, and this might come into a nice standpoint, or deleting the notification, resetting it, and checking for the update. Checking for the update can be very easily, conveniently found right here. Very easily check for it, and you can have that. And just for the history, for everyone seeing what you can actually optimally get into performance, facts, points. As some people humor the idea of dismantling vehicles, others are blinded to see the music players. Well, is it missing? As everyone sees this emblem as we come into standpoint, where will we be? I thought this was a very nice highlight, as if most of you have seen the Rick and Morty shorty, it is pretty funny. You should watch it. Just Google it. It'll come up. And as you can see, if you take to Kojima's productions page, you will see that they have the last entry would have been probably right around the end of May. Did find another really cool article of this person about an hour ago, Alex Coe, coming in from the Ps4 multiplayer news, also slamming the direct information and giving me some really cool fun facts as it came down to the other Reddit posts that it came down to in the last hours of filtering in the error code. So if you do have this update and this portion of what is getting into, and we'll dive into these comments in just a second, definitely try the resets, definitely try maybe to delete that notification, or maybe at that point in time reinitiate the update at that point in time. That might help. But after those portions of new updates in this CE408529 code coming in, those things can come into play. So basically, if it didn't come into this situation about 2 weeks ago, and now we're back to another standpoint of Death Stranding, stranding you from a new update, it'll come into standpoint. Just give it a second. As you can see right here, the other people have showcased the exact situation of more details, and all these will be in the links down below. You can have the description, as you can kind of read before, and people are getting to the standpoint where they're being able to try the fourth and download it again. There you go. Keeps you trying, and then all of a sudden it happens. So maybe fourth or fifth try. Keep trying, maybe on that seventh try. Let me know. Drop a comment down below. Now, a lot of people are also having issues with this situation as it coming into standpoint with the PlayStation 4 Pro, which brings up another point. The one thing that I did notice that was pretty crazy throughout any game that I've ever experienced, and I don't know if anyone else happens to have this, and maybe it's just my setup that I have on my PlayStation 4 Pro, and I do have it liquid metal, but I don't think that's the issue at all. It's not a weird, it's with my SSD, but I've never had a error where it had to rebuild the system, it accidentally turned off, your power went off and the PlayStation was improperly turned off, or whatever happened in the process of that, and usually it comes on and says, hey, I have to rebuild this, and it just goes through a real quick scan check to make sure everything's cool. I've had that happen 3 times in just this game, and I've played other games and that's not happened whatsoever. So I'm wondering if that's also with the download and the installing. Maybe this game is really beautiful and really great, but the issues is it's maybe ready for the PlayStation 5 because it's got that SSD frequency run. And so I'm curious to say, if the people that are having this download issue, put a comment down below. Please take this time to say if you have a day one non-touched like hard drive, or if you have a upgraded one, and what are you rocking, what RPMs, if it is a, you know, an HDD over an SSD, and if you're having issues with an SSD, what systems do you have? But that's pretty much the news, everyone. I'd like to say thank you so much for staying tuned. You have a very nice day, and I'm gonna get to gameplay. I'm gonna get swifty with it. So I'll see you all, guys and gals, in the near future. And if you're new to the network, hit that subscription bell, because who knows, maybe if you do, your power level will go over 9,000. Have a nice day, stay classy, and I'll do the same. And we'll splash right into it with the news next time in the M7 network.